I'm a graduate. I have a bachelor's degree in communication and journalism from Kenya Methodist. I grew up in a very, I would say, middle class family. I went to State House Primary, and then after that I went to Mary Hill. It was a national school. It's still a national school. I performed well. Yeah, I started school at State House Primary, and then after that I went to Mary Hill Girls. After Mary Hill, after graduating high school, I went to study abroad. I went to the US, University of Central Missouri. And then I came back home because I couldn't finish my studies, so I came back home. I went to Kenya Methodist, where I graduated with a bachelor's degree in communication and journalism. After that, I started out at People Daily. After People Daily, I worked for a year, maybe 2 years. And then I went to Standard Group. At Standard Group, I did well. I was then recruited to Nation Media. I worked for 5 years. So after that experience, in 2020, I was then awarded the Presidential Award. I was given the Presidential Commendation. I also, at that particular time, won the Times Reuters Foundation award. In my career, I think I did exemplary well throughout my career. I was able to travel to a few places. I went to London. I went to a few countries here and there: Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi. So in 2020, after I got the state commendation, I was diagnosed with depression. So having been diagnosed with depression, I was admitted at Bustani in 2020. And then I was put on medication for depression, anti-anxiety, antidepressants. Then I coped with the medication. After a year, again, I was admitted. And then the third time after being admitted, with depression, people don't know. People say you just you got depressed. What does that mean? So it took a bit of struggle with work and everything. People used to think, nikujiekele tu. So having been depressed, I turned to alcohol, and alcohol and medication do not work. So I used alcohol as a tool now instead of focusing on the medication. So I used that as a crutch, and then I resigned because work was heavy. I couldn't just cope. I resigned in 2021, I think, yeah. Then from then on, I started doing freelance work here and there. Then last year in October, the drinking was very heavy, and then that's how I ended up here with the person. I don't know if you've seen him. He was here a while ago. Yeah, so we were together for a while. Yeah, that's my story, my journey.
How did you end up in the streets?
It's a bit heavy to talk about how I ended up here in the streets. I used to live in Kilimani. Then I moved to Kawangware when I was not working. I was not getting a stable salary. My family has been really supportive, not to lie. It's just that I want to be independent. So that's how I chose, rather than be home and then you're told what to do as a grown-up. So I decided, let me just focus on myself and do it from scratch. If I did it once, I can do it again. So now I'm looking for a second chance to do it all over again. Maybe this time it will stick. Yeah.
Why streets though? Why streets?
No, I don't have the money to pay rent and stay in my own house. Actually, that's what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for a house, which I think should be possible soon enough. Yeah, but I want to do it on my own. My family can help. They can really help. But I want to do it on my own. Yeah.
So you don't need any help?
No, not that I don't need any help. I just want to do it on my own. I'm very independent minded. That's how I was raised, to be very independent. Asking for help is very hard for me. Yeah.
So after umetoka home uko kwa street, challenges ni gani umeface?
Wow, unaishi mahali there's no steamer, there's no electricity, there's no power, and then of course you've seen where I stay. The area is ridden with water, so you expect mosquitoes. You know, it's. I don't think it's not easy, but you cope with what you have. Yeah. No, you just learn to deal with it as the days go by. So as days go by, you just learn, and then you say, tomorrow is another day. So you'll see what happens. Yeah. No. Hapana. It's just myself.
How do you feel living here?
It has its challenges, but it's not where I belong, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, from your experience of depression, what can you tell someone who is depressed outside there?
Seek help. Talk to someone, anyone. It doesn't have to be family. Just talk to someone who's willing to listen and not judge you. Actually, a stranger is better because they won't judge you. When you're talking to someone who knows you, they already know, hey, you grew up well, what is depressing you? But if you talk to someone you don't know, yeah, you can vent, you can say this and this and this, and they won't judge you, and they'll understand. Even if you say, oh, my brother alifanya hivi na hivi tukigrow up, they won't feel, oh, they go back and tell the brother or someone. Yeah, so just seek help, talk to someone, anyone.